Hi everyone, I hope you're doing well. Today I'm going to talk about guarantors to loans. I need you to understand the position that you are in before you decide to place yourself in that position. When you are a guarantor, you're simply telling the person who is giving out the loan that in case this person who is taking up the loan fails to pay this amount of money for one reason or another, then I'm going to step in and pay out that amount of money. So you're just guaranteeing that the creditor is going to get back his money regardless of the situation. So in that case, you are risking your assets and you are risking being negatively listed at the CRB should you fail to pay up that loan. You're also risking your salary. I have seen people whose salary has been attached that is used in repaying these loans, and the person who took the loan is enjoying himself. You are busy earning half your salary because the half of it is going into payment of debt. So this is what happens. So before you decide to be a guarantor, please ask yourself, is this the kind of person I can guarantee? You know your friends. You can always tell the kind of person who is very bad with the money and very good with money. So you need to understand that. You also need to look, what are your financial interests, your moral interest in that transaction, your business interest. If you have none, why are you guaranteeing such loans? You also need to ask yourself, are you in a position to pay up in case it turns out that I need to pay up the loan? You also have to read the terms very carefully. You have to understand, is it a continuing obligation or am I just guaranteeing this current transaction? Because sometimes we don't read the terms and you find out that you guaranteed a loan of 1 million, but now your friend has gone and taken up 4 extra million. Kumbe the terms of the agreement was is a continuing obligation. So for every loan that your friend takes, you are still under the obligation to pay up. You in your head, you think it's only first 1 million. So you need to sit down and look at those terms. If you need to get independent legal advice, please do so that you understand your position very well. You also need to understand, how much money am I going to pay back in case of default? Is it going to include any accrued interest or is it just going to be exclusive of that? So you need to be very, very careful when you enter into these transactions. Then, if it happens that now you've been placed in a position you need to pay the money, that the friend that you guaranteed has defaulted, now you're here paying the money, your only solution is you'll have to go against that friend of yours. You file a suit seeking to recover that money that you paid to the bank plus the legal fees. But now I'm just trying to imagine if he didn't have any money and if you go ahead and sue that person, it's just one loss to the other, because sasa mtu kama hana assets, hana pesa, even if you file a suit, umshike, they cannot stay in prison for more than 6 months. Sasa unaona hiyo yote. That's why I'm telling you to be very careful, because I know people whose salary are being cut off by half to pay up these debts. And the person is just enjoying themselves out there, the one who took the loan. So you need to be very, very careful. You don't want to be negatively listed as a CRB. It affects your credit score and it affects the ability of you taking up a loan with another financial institution. It's not a good CV on your end. So how can you defend yourself if either the creditor and the debtor vary the terms of that loan agreement without your consent? You can be discharged. If they are having dealings without your consent, you can be discharged. If maybe they have extended time for repaying that loan and you are not aware, you can be discharged. If you can claim that you entered into the agreement under duress, coercion, and due influence misrepresentation, you can be discharged. Remember, it's a normal contract, so the laws of contracts apply. So undue influence, duress, coercion will vitiate a contract. If that contract is found, if the creditor is in breach of that contract,